What a terrible, terrible thing to do to people who covered up for them. And they're so stupid because they don't realize that the royal family, as much as they may have on the royal family has a lot more on them. The royal family is about to be hit with one of their biggest scandals, and the biggest blow is going to be from none other than who used to be dubbed as Fergie, the Duchess of York, and Rachel Meghan Markle, who's still a duchess. And it's going to be shocking because, of course, who else is conducting this horrible, horrible interview? None other than Oprah Winfrey. Oprah, who has, she's just angry that the proper royals don't want to grant her an interview. She's just angry. She's just angry that Princess Diana rejected her. So she settled for Fergie. She's angry that the Queen, rejected her. She was so close during Meghan's interview, but so far away. It was made very clear to her that she was not welcome with the real royals. It's been a thorn in her backside ever since. And I guess she didn't learn from the Harry and Meghan backfiring and the blowback that she got, because she's gone at it again. What is wrong with this woman? And here, you're going to be shocked to find out who is Fergie's target, who are her targets now, and what she's willing to disclose, and how far she will go just to get revenge with Meghan. Let's get into this, beautiful people.
You didn't marry to get the fairy tale. You married a man. You fell in love and you married the man, and then you've got to come to terms with the fairy tale. Now, it's not a fairy tale. It's real life in there. Well, so to speak. They think it's real life in there.
Okay. So when you moved into the palace, were you surprised? I mean, the way you described as you describe it in the book, I'm thinking it's a little dark room down the hall at Buckingham Palace.
At Buckingham Palace, from when you look at it from the outside, for any tourist that's looking at Buckingham Palace, all the windows have to be only open only a certain amount, so they all are in line. Mm-hmm. And so, of course, I'd come in and fling open all the windows. No, that was wrong, Mm-hmm. And all the... there we go. Well, that wasn't my bedroom, no.
Well, what is this? Okay, because that's how we picture Buckingham Palace.
Yeah.
But for us, for this union and the specifics around her race, there was an opportunity, many opportunities, for my family to show some public support. He knows what pain feels like. My father and my brother, they are trapped. And I have huge compassion for that.
Hold up.
There are several conversations.
There's a conversation with you.
With Harry.
About how dark your baby is going to be?
Potentially, and what that would mean or look like.
People for many, many years have been praising Fergie for her steadfastness, for her loyalty to the crown. Oh no, she's done many things, but she's never ratted on the Queen. Yes, she has. Yes, she has. She has granted interviews dissing Prince William for not being invited to his wedding. Rightly so. Who would want to see her be part of such a historic moment? Only Harry and Meghan, who did invite her. But no, Oprah has been interviewing, has been platforming Fergie for years. He went on to talk and said that the Queen was cheap, didn't let her turn on the lights, that the Queen put everything in Tupperware. To me, very adorable. I think that is great. I mean, so what? The Queen was frugal, which is great for somebody like Fergie who didn't understand that, or Meghan, who they don't understand because what it is to struggle. Or I'm not saying that the Queen did, but they don't understand that the Queen grew up or was raised, in spite of the fact that she was raised in a castle, she did see a lot of hardship around her because of the war. So Meghan and Fergie, they don't understand the concept of, not being ostentatious, not living beyond their means, because that's what really got Fergie in trouble. The fact that she didn't want to let go of being a royal and she wanted to live the life of a billionaire. And the same thing is happening right now to Meghan Markle. We have Harry who's coming here to Toronto. I've been trying to get passes to go to where he is, but believe it or not, they are absolutely closing down everything almost a kilometer away from there, and they're not allowing anybody there. It goes to show, right? I hope Canadians we're not paying for the security, because it's going to be very upsetting, and I will try and go to where he is going to be at and report to what's going on and interview some of the policemen if I can. But yes, so we have Fergie and we have Oprah and we have Meghan Markle. Meghan Markle was very blatant, and she said that she had met Fergie way back then. In fact, Fergie is the one who taught her how to curtsy. Remember? Yeah, that curtsy. And then we have Fergie, who has been ousted. And there's already articles saying that the king will rue the day. He will rue the day that he refused to succumb to Fergie's blackmail. It's interesting because why will he rue the day? Well, I'm going to tell you why he's going to rue the day. Because unfortunately, Fergie has a lot of info, because she's been part of a lot of shady things involving Andrew, Camilla, and Prince Charles. And even if there weren't any really outlandish stuff, she is going to make them up, in my very humble opinion. I am going to tell you, people are saying it doesn't matter that she talks or what she says. Actually, it does. I told you that about 3 or 4 days ago. I went to the Scotiabank here, and the manager was trashing the royal family, calling them racist because of what Meghan Markle falsely claimed, or didn't claim really, because she couldn't really come out and say they were racist towards me. But this woman, who was a manager at a major bank here in Toronto, was literally bad-mouthing the royal family, especially calling them racist and all kinds of things. So it does matter, because there are quite a few idiots that believe it. So what is Oprah going to do? Oprah is salivating. And from what I've been told, she's already lined up Fergie, because Fergie has known for a while that her time was up. Meghan is angry because now she gets an ally. And they both are idiots and believe that they're strength in numbers, which is true to an extent, but not really when they're both liars. And whatever it is that they have to say can be easily debunked. In the case of Fergie, it's a little bit more serious, because Fergie has nothing to lose. Fergie wants to scorch the earth with the royal family now that she's no longer able to use the title. That is a cautionary tale for Harry, the idiot, who doesn't understand that he's married to the enemy. He's sleeping with the enemy. And what Fergie is going to do is just going to blow his father, Camilla, Catherine, and William, because she blames Prince William and Princess Catherine for her misfortunes. She doesn't blame herself, or she doesn't take any accountability for the fact that it is her behavior that got her ousted, that she brought Jeffrey Epstein into that idiot formerly known as Prince Andrew, into the royal family, into everybody, because she is tainted. How many times have I been telling you that gangrene is terrible? You can't just leave a little bit of gangrene in somebody's body and hope that it'll stay there. It'll infest and spread all over the place, which is what Fergie was. Now it's been reported that her daughters are no longer speaking to her, which I doubt. I highly doubt. But just in case, it's being put out there. But can you imagine Meghan Markle, Fergie, and Oprah sitting down for another tell-all? But what are they going to tell? Meghan is going to say, Fergie, can you please, you have to tell them what it really happened. Fergie knows how Meghan really met Harry. Fergie knows that Meghan was with Andrew allegedly. Fergie knows a lot about Meghan, but when push comes to shove and they both at the moment need each other to validate whatever lies they have to say, because it's insane that Meghan and Fergie do see themselves as victims of the royal family rather than women who through their own actions have ousted themselves and have made themselves be hated and despised worldwide. They don't see that. They see that it's the royal family who's caused all their troubles, not themselves. No accountability. This is going to be mind-blowing, and I wonder if Meghan Markle just wants to end the monarchy, but not only that, but she wants to kill everybody, because King Charles is rather ill. And this is going to be a terrible thing for him, especially when he went out of his ways to help that skank of Meghan Markle. But what a way to repay somebody who gave them so much. Because let's not forget that Fergie and Meghan have a platform, and were D-listed. Fergie was a nobody, and so was Meghan. Meghan was a nobody. And thanks to the royal family, they got to be known worldwide. They brought infamy to themselves, not the royal family. It's their actions that made them infamous, made them disliked, made them completely exposed as liars. They don't understand that it is their lies and their actions that absolutely has been their downfall. No, it's the royal family. Why? Because they need to blame somebody. And Oprah is going to be standing right there, ready to exploit it. What a terrible, terrible thing to do to people who covered up for them. And they're so stupid because they don't realize that the royal family, as much as they may have on the royal family has a lot more on them. How do you think this is going to play out for Fergie when she realizes that this is going to backfire spectacularly? Because I believe that this is going to be a shit show. I believe that this is going to be the final nail in her coffin, but she doesn't care. She doesn't even care about her daughter. She doesn't care how this is going to affect her daughters, and neither does Meghan, because Meghan is just out for blood. Let me know what you think, beautiful people, because this is shocking.
We didn't think it was necessary. We thought that it was going to cause more harm than good, and that if he was now with his person, that surely that's enough. Why go that far when you don't necessarily need to?